Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Cole. Uh, as I'm speaking to you, it's Sunday afternoon, November 27th. After a week's hiatus, we are moving on to week 14 of Political Science 1013 for the fall term. Trust everyone had a good Thanksgiving holiday. Everyone, grades are due 3 weeks from today for the end of the term. They're due Sunday, December 18th. Before the final exam, what we have left is Unit 8 on Congress. And some assignments related to Congress already have gone out. I also want to mention, if you are considering doing a term paper, please contact me. I haven't heard from many people about it. I would have thought I might have heard from people contemplating doing a term paper before Thanksgiving break. But we still have plenty of time. You should have received a document that describes the term paper assignment, gives you several suggested topics with information about each of those. So if you would like to work on any of those or suggest anything else to me, please contact me. Remember, this is not required, but it can help raise your grade. All right? Now then, for Unit 8 on Congress, we have a discussion scheduled for later this week and a quiz the following week. So I'll say more about the quiz next time. The quiz is scheduled for Tuesday the 6th. These will be the last discussion and the last quiz for the term. The discussion is scheduled for this Thursday through Saturday, December 1st through 3rd. You've been sent an article with a commentary by an academic from Princeton, I believe it is, a historian, discussing what the Republicans in the House of Representatives may do with their new majority. Votes are still being counted in a couple of districts. It appears the Republicans will end up with 222 seats, which would give them a slim majority, but a majority. So the commentary, which comes through the CNN website, suggests that, among other things, the Republicans in Congress are determined to block any initiatives on part of President Biden, and furthermore, they are determined to conduct any number of investigations, including investigations of the president's son and his business activities, and any other number of matters that they may want to consider. The situation at the border, the origins of the coronavirus pandemic, any number of topics on which Congress may choose to use its investigatory power, its oversight power. And the House Republicans appear determined to do this. So you're asked to discuss how confrontational or cooperative do you think the House Republicans ought to be. And we'll discuss that Thursday through Saturday, the 1st through the 3rd. Same procedure as before. Post once, and then at least once more in response to your classmates between Thursday and Saturday, 72 hours to get the discussion in. Okay. And then the quiz will be the following Tuesday the 6th, and we'll have a bit more to say about that when I talk to you a week from now at this time. Let me say this about Unit 8. We begin by discussing the kind of people who serve in Congress. As part of that, we try to go through the members of Congress who represent the area around the Oklahoma Panhandle so that you will know who your representatives are. Okay? Some of them have changed due to the election, but not many. If you are from eastern Oklahoma, your Representative Mullen, is going to be a United States Senator now. But that's one of the few changes that we have. Frank Lucas will continue to represent the Oklahoma Panhandle and a district that goes from the Panhandle into the suburbs, the outskirts of Oklahoma City and Tulsa. It's one very important person to know about for many of our students. We talk about the kind of people who are represented in Congress, how representative they are of the country as a whole. We talk about how members are elected, the procedure that they go through there, and what's distinctive about that. Because how they get elected has a fair amount to do with how they do their jobs once they're in Washington, D.C. After that, we look at two aspects of a member's career in Congress. Number one, relationships with constituents. Okay. What the member tries to do to remain in communication with and to curry favor with, shall we say, his or her constituents. Okay. And some things enter in here that some people think are kind of abusive or perhaps halfway corrupt about tendencies in Congress, their tendency to overspend perhaps. But perhaps they feel that they can gain credit with their constituents by spending money on the folks back home. We then move on to look at Congress as an institution in Washington, D.C. Members generally split their time between Washington, D.C. and their home state or district, back home, as they say. So we look at the leadership and structure of Congress, the leadership positions, the committee system, the process by which a bill becomes law. One thing you will notice, everybody, I go through the leadership positions and I stipulate that those are valid through January 2023. Some of them will be changing. For instance, Representative Pelosi will no longer be Speaker. The Democrats are no longer in the majority, and she does not desire to serve in the leadership anymore anyway. But they are in the middle of what's called a lame duck session. They will be in session a few more weeks through the end of the year. So those who were elected a couple of years ago have a few weeks left to serve until the new Congress is sworn in just after January 1, 2023. So most of the positions you see listed there are still valid. It was put together before the election. There will be some changes, so you may wish to double check to see whether your member will continue to serve. Representative Mullen from Eastern Oklahoma will not. He will become a senator, and a new representative has been elected to replace him. I don't know how many students we have on campus from that far on the eastern end of the state of Oklahoma. So be aware that some of those positions will be changing as of January 2023. After that, in the Unit 8 class notes, I try to say a few words to bring Unit 8 and the course as a whole to an end. Okay? Some reflections about Congress and about the American political system as a whole. All right, so that's quite a bit for us to deal with, I think, coming back from Thanksgiving break. We'll have a bit more to say about Congress and about the assignment for your quiz on the 6th when we talk to you again about a week from now at this time. So in the meantime, take it easy, study hard, get back into the swing of things, back in school. And I hope you will take part in the discussion Thursday through Saturday, the 1st through the 3rd. And we'll speak to you again a week from now at this time.